We agnostics. In the preceding chapter, you have learned something about alcoholism. We hope we have made clear the distinction between the alcoholic and the non-alcoholic. If when you honestly want to, you find you cannot quit entirely, or if when drinking, you have little control over the amount you take, you are probably alcoholic. If that be the case, you may be suffering from an illness which only a spiritual experience will conquer. And there's Lounge Lizard, representation of the carnal mind saying, oh man, because Dr. Feelgood prescribes a spiritual experience. To one who feels he is an atheist or agnostic, such an experience seems impossible. But to continue as he is means disaster, especially if he is an alcoholic of the hopeless variety. To be doomed to an alcoholic death or to live on a spiritual basis are not always easy alternatives to face. But it isn't so difficult. About half our original fellowship were of exactly that type. At first, some of us tried to avoid the issue, hoping against hope we were not true alcoholics. But after a while, we had to face the fact that we must find a spiritual basis of life, or else. Perhaps it is going to be that way with you. But cheer up! Something like half of us thought we were atheists or agnostics. Our experience shows that you need not be disconcerted. And here we got Bill and another member forcing a smile. Cheer up, Lounge Lizard. If a mere code of morals or a better philosophy of life were sufficient to overcome alcoholism, many of us would have recovered long ago. But we found that such codes and philosophies did not save us. No matter how much we tried, we could wish to be moral, we could wish to be philosophically comforted. In fact, we could will these things with all our might, but the needed power wasn't there. Our human resources, as marshaled by the will, were not sufficient. They failed utterly. Human Resources says, touching yourself in the shower cannot be claimed as sexual harassment. Lounge Lizard replies, I also need to quit getting high. Just get out. Lack of power. That was our dilemma. There Lounge Lizard is on his tricycle. He could use a little bit more power. We had to find a power by which we could live, and it had to be a power greater than ourselves, obviously. But where and how are we to find this power? Well, that is exactly what this book is about. Its main object is to enable you to find a power greater than yourself, which will solve your problem. That means we have written a book which we believe to be spiritual as well as moral. Very crude sketch. This book was just like, study the big book. It's like taking the elevator, or just go the osmosis way and take the stairs. That's all. Here we have our big book character showing Lounge Lizard the map to the power. How to find the power. It's in the book. Here we got Lot Lizard, and he's the pilot of the USS Narcissist with the flag that says victim. And of course that means we're going to talk about God. Another crude sketch. I don't know, somebody else should come up with a better one. Here difficulty arises for agnostics. Many times we talk to a new man and watch his hope rise as we discuss his alcoholic problems and explain our fellowship. But his face falls when we speak of spiritual matters, especially when we mention God, for we have reopened a subject which our man thought he had neatly evaded or entirely ignored. There's Lot Lizard looking unhappy because Jesus was mentioned, or God, or something.